Appreciate everyone that has their cell phones turned off. Welcome everybody to today's press conference. It's a great day to be a Maverick, and format-wise, I'm going to throw it to Kevin Weisman, our Director of Athletics. I'll throw it to President Davenport, and then President Davenport will introduce the new head coach of the Minnesota State Maverick hockey program. We do have an opportunity to do questions from the audience, Q&A from the audience. We have a microphone, a cordless mic, so we're going to go to that part of our program today. If anyone has some questions, the question will give you a mic, and then you can ask your question. And then following the Q&A part, all three guys will be available for one-on-ones. So let's start off with Kevin Weisman, our Director of Athletics.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. And as Paul said, it's always a great day to be a Maverick, but it's especially a great day to be a Maverick today. It's very exciting news that brings us here. You know, the term commitment is one that's been thrown out there a lot recently from last summer on regarding hockey programs and questions about who has the commitment and perhaps who doesn't. Today, I think we answer those questions. This process, I think, is evident of the commitment, the new commitment to Maverick hockey, and elevating it as our marquee program at the university. Things have gone exceedingly well, and that's evident of the commitment. President Davenport suggested that part of this process in hiring a new coach is consistent with elevating the program, the national prominence of the university and the national prominence of the hockey program go hand in hand. And I think when we started out, there were a lot of questions about the timeline. There have been quite a few different timelines along the way, right, Freddie? Well, today's the day. And we were able to get this done quickly, quietly, and confidentially, and that's the way that this needed to happen. And it required a lot of effort from a lot of very important people. One of them sitting up here today, President Davenport, Vice President Rich Straka. A lot of people on our campus in affirmative action and human resources understood the importance of this process and making it go well. And that's why we're sitting here today. That's why we were able to deliver on time. And, you know, I think Coach Hastings will talk about commitment. That's the theme of the day. I think there were questions. There were questions, fellas, about how important is hockey to Mankato. And again, I think today we answer those questions. I think we have answered them, asked and answered on behalf of the candidate. I think Mike's done his homework on this program and had a lot of very, very good questions about the future commitment to this program and moving forward. How important is it to the university? How important is it to the community? And, you know, we've answered those questions. I think President Davenport's involvement in the search process is evident of the commitment, how important it is. The ability to deliver the search on time, the future financial commitment, it's all in place. And I think that's what's been attractive. That's what made this opportunity attractive to others, and it's what's made it very attractive to Coach Hastings. And so at this time, I'd like to introduce President Davenport, who will introduce our new head hockey coach, President Davenport.
Thank you, Kevin. Last time I had a press conference with many of you. By the way, I want to thank you all for turning out for this important announcement. But the last time I had a press conference, I said, well, we're going to move this search along. I hope we have somebody in place by summer. And then after the press conference, Kevin pulled me aside and said, no, that's not going to work. We got to get this done a little bit sooner than that. So he was definitely on the right track, and we did get this done and make sure we did the due diligence that needed to be done. So I just want to thank you all for coming today as we make this important announcement. Of course, it's my pleasure introducing the next men's head hockey coach, Mike Hastings, in just a second. You notice he's wearing purple and gold today, our favorite color here in Mankato. And he's going to continue his legacy as a Maverick, as an MSU Maverick. And that makes us all very excited and pleased. Following the interview last Friday, some of you were there, Mike was offered and accepted the position. And I'm thrilled that he accepted the responsibility that goes with our men's hockey program. And I want to just say that kind of like the university president, when I came here 10 years ago, I felt like I was building on the backs or shoulders of my predecessor presidents. You know, Dick Rush, Margaret Preska, many presidents prior to me had laid the foundation for a great university. And I know that in talking with Mike, he feels the same way. We've had two outstanding coaches here, with Don Groves and Troy Judding, and they've done an outstanding job in moving our hockey program forward. Now we have our third hockey coach, and I'm really thrilled about that, but I know that Mike believes the same way I do. We have a great university, a great hockey program. It's not broken. Like I said when I came to Mankato, this is a university that's not broken. It doesn't need to be fixed. We just need to build on it. And that's what we've done. And I know that's what Mike has done. Mike talks about his family. And his first family is his wife and his children. I appreciate that. I value that as a character and a coach. His second family is this university and the hockey team. And he'll probably say a few things about that. But he brings a wealth of experience and knowledge as an assistant coach and also as a junior hockey coach with many accolades that you've all read about. Unprecedented success in junior hockey and working for other institutions. Demonstrated a great ability to identify talent and to develop that talent. And so we're very excited with this new era of Maverick hockey, Minnesota State style, under his leadership. And so with that, let me introduce our new third hockey coach at Minnesota State University, Michael Hastings.
Quite a day, hey, for all of us. I enjoy hearing about family, and we'll get a little bit to that in a bit. I'm excited, want to hit the ground running. Feel very fortunate to have the opportunity that I have here, not only to bring my family here and become embedded in the community of North Mankato, and the area here, but also blessed from the standpoint of being trusted to take something that Don Rose and Troy Judding and the people at this university have built to this point and be trusted to try and take it to the next level. And to have Don here today, and I'll be making a phone call to Troy today, Eric Means, Nodder, guys that have done the building of this foundation. I'm very respectful, and I take that responsibility with excitement. And when you talk about the opportunity that the president, the vice president, Kevin, the entire community is looking going forward with the program taking another step, it's one that you've got to kind of step back from in the last 10 days, going from, hey, you know what, do you have an interest? Oh yeah, I have an interest. Okay, what is that interest? Well, what's your interest in me? There was the idea of a courtship, a dating, and a marriage. And it happened in a real short time frame, but anybody that's out there and has has gone through a process where you knew something from the first time that you started talking to somebody, you know what I went through. Because it didn't take long. And it didn't take long because one of the main things that I'm trying to teach my children and within our family is commitment. You know, commitment to your family first, and then commitment to the people that you're working with, that are around, because they can help you get to special places. And the first thing when I sat down with Kevin and talked to him, it was about, you know, I wanted to make sure that we had the idea of where we wanted like-mindedness on where we want the program to go. And there's certain things that you have to have. And what we talked about, and I'm going to share a couple of quick things, is we talked about, I said, you know, if this works out, I'm going to come to you with a list of needs. And there are a list of needs that you have to be successful, in my opinion, of what we're going to be doing. Next year, playing in the WCHA, which I think is the premier hockey conference in all college hockey, and competing. So where are we going to go after next year? Is there a commitment to that? And then looking in a visionary way on what you're going to be doing when you play in the WCHA down the road and what that landscape is. And as we went down, I'm sure both lists, the idea of needs are going to be there. So that's a responsibility to myself, our staff, our team, and everybody that's around us, that we're going to be provided the things that we need to be successful. And then I told him, I said, you know what, I'm also going to be a bit greedy at times. I'm going to give you a list of wants. Now you can put that in the desk for a while, and as we continue to build, we might ask you for some things that we want, but we're about things we need. And I believe that this university, the administration, getting a chance to get in touch with the players, everybody's after the same thing here. And to me, the commitment level from the process when it started to myself and my family and what I've seen with the university and really the players and everybody that's been involved, we're all after the same goal. And that's to be something that we're proud of. And we talk about how do we get there. There's something that is the proverbial bull in the corner. It's facilities. Well, how are we going to get those facilities done? We're going to get them done together. You know, it's something that you look at, and I understand people look at the end result. Well, you know what, if for some reason, and we're going to make sure that we bat this thing out of the park when you talk about the bonding issue. We want to make sure that we're using the state and the state's using us so that we can do this together and be proud of being part of the state of Minnesota and asking for a little bit of help. But I'm also going to tell you, we're all about answers, not about problems. Everybody can identify problems. Okay? There's a lot of people on bar stools right now telling you what's screwed up about this world. And I choose to surround myself with people that are answer type. And that's what I feel that we've got here. And so if that doesn't get done, then we've got to find another way to get our facilities taken care of. And if we need to do that, we're going to have to turn to the people that are in this area. And we will find a way. Because with the commitment that we've had from the top of the university all the way through, it's going to end up being, whether it's our equipment manager who does the ice, whatever it is, we're all about one thing. And that we're answer people. We're going to come up with answers. Because the idea of not getting things done really isn't acceptable. And it's something I'm incredibly excited about. My family can't wait to get here. There's a process that you have to go through as a father, as a husband, and taking care of your family. And I feel that those things are in place. And there'll be some growing pieces through that, but we'll get through that together. Just like we're going to get through the growing pieces of where we're at as a program right now and where we want to get. And that's competing for championships, having student athletes that are prepared once the game is done. Once they're done playing, they're prepared to succeed. On the rink, off the rink. So our expectation level is going to be special, but that just falls in line in the place that we're at. So I'd like to say I couldn't be more excited about the opportunity. My family's looking forward to getting here and become part of the fiber of this area in the greater Mankato area. Because it's not one little area, it's all of us grabbing a piece of that rope to make sure that this gets to where it needs to get to. I've had a couple of touches with some of the university staff already. I was fortunate at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, to be able to learn about the culture of the other coaches there. They were kind enough to share, let me go watch them practice, let me become part of their process and learn from them. And I've already had some unique individuals here reach out and say, welcome aboard. So I look forward to sharing the Maverick pride, not just in Maverick hockey, but in Maverick athletics and Minnesota State University, because it's a special place. It's a place I'm going to call home, and I can't wait to get started. So thanks a lot. I look forward to answering your questions.
Keep Mike right here. We've Dr. Davenport and Kevin over here for questions. And Nathan's got a cordless mic, so if you have a question for any one of these three gentlemen, please raise your hand, and we'll give you the mic so you can ask your question. Or questions.
Shane Frederick from the Mankato Free Press. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Shane.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You talked about your needs, and can you go through that list a little bit other than the facilities? Are there some other things that you're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, I think you've, again, going back to the idea of surrounding yourself with special people, I think you've got to build an environment that you can take care of the things that you want to take care of. And I've seen through athletics, a lot of people are asked to wear many different hats. You know, I want our assistant coaches to worry about recruiting, worry about relationships with our athletes, worry about developing them on and off the ice. Okay, that should be their job. So we need to create an environment that their focus needs to be on those three things, and that they don't have to deal with a lot of the auxiliary responsibilities, the academics, the training, you know, when am I going to sign up for a class, those types of things. We just want to make sure that our staffing's in place so that everybody gets to be an All-American at their position. And that means our hockey ops position, that means assistant coaches, that means our trainer, our equipment guy, our academic advisors, that everybody has responsibilities that are there. They're given the opportunity to put their own little spin on it, but understand the expectations are special. And so I think as soon as we can make sure and get those in line, then we can hold people accountable. And that's a big thing about what we're trying to accomplish here, because when something doesn't go right, you want to be able to turn and look at someone and say, okay, every year at the end of the year, how can we be better? You know, because I'm going to tell you, we're going to be better this year. But I'm also going to tell you that the expectations are going to be the following year, we're going to be better than that. And to do that, you got to do that from a foundation base. So I really feel that there's a commitment there to make sure that we can do this not only on a one and done type basis, but something where we build a foundation that's there for a long time.
Other question?
Coach Joel on KUIC Television, I'd just like to ask you, as the all-time winningest coach in the USHL, what's going to take to turn this program around here in MSU?
Well, you and I might have to go through a few different things, but I can give you a brushstroke on my own vision. It's again going back to making sure you take care of what you have already. Everybody wants to look at what, you know, where do we have to go get the answers from? Well, you know what, I'm a big believer, and we might just have to turn to the people that we have here already and invest in the athletes that we have here and try and make the ones that we have here better on the ice, off the ice, and develop those expectations. So first of all, I think we've got to take care of what we have already, because, you know, what Troy and the staff has done has left the cupboard, they're not bare. You know, to be able to look at the athletes that I saw the other day through the interview process and see them look back at you through the windows of their soul, they've got a burning desire to be successful. They don't want to finish 11th. You know, so we're going to try and take care of those first. And then I'm going to tell you, it's going to take a little while, but recruiting is a never-ending process. You know, there's always people graduating, there's always people coming back in, so we need to widen our base, if possible, in the recruiting pool. And then try and accomplish something every day. As individuals, as forwards, as defensemen, as our goaltenders, as a staff. And if we get that mentality going, I think that you have a tendency to build and build and build, and going back to the foundation base, if you have that, you're never really going to hit the basement. You know, you can reach for the penthouse, but you're never going to hit the basement. I think all that breeds confidence. So our focus right now, my focus is going to be on those two things of making sure that we're taking care of what we have here right now and letting them know we're committed to them and that they are a part of the present and the future of this university and the hockey program, and then go out and continue to sell what I think is incredibly sellable, which is this community, the commitment from the university and the commitment from the hockey program. So it's going to be a process, but it's one that I'm excited to start.
Other question?
Barry Wartell from KTLE Mankato. Welcome, congratulations. Assistant coaches in hockey, how does it work? Like the assistants could stay, or you're going to have some new folks, or how does that work?
Well, you know what, you're right, hockey's a little unique that way. I know these two guys, they're quality human beings, they've got families. You know, I'm sure they're wondering what's going on in my mind, and so I want to find out what's going on in their mind. I want to sit down with Darren, I want to sit down with Todd, I want to see what their aspirations are, their goals, and again, try and surround myself with people that have the same philosophies and the same goals that I have for our program. So it's a small community, our hockey world. It's not like, I can say this, it's not like football. You usually see a head coach comes in and everybody gets bromed and they bring their own guys in. Now, I just think the education process for myself, as it has gone in the last 5-6 days, is going to continue here. But you know what, 6-7 days ago, I was an assistant hockey coach, right? As far as my own mind, I got to a point where I was going to go after this job like no other, and I did that for about the last week. But I'm a man with a family, and so are they, so I'm going to sit down, I'm going to talk to them about it and see where they're at, and we'll make a decision, you know, hopefully not in the too distant future, just because we've got to take care of what we've got to take care of, and so do they. But they're quality people. You know, you go ahead and you ask anybody about the staff here with Todd Knott and Darren Blue, they're very well respected in the hockey community, and they're very well respected by me.
Other questions, please? Okay, thanks very much. We'll have one-on-ones here in a sec, once you know set up. But thanks very much. Just a couple housekeeping items. Thanks, Mike. Congratulations. Before we get going. Again, appreciate everybody coming out today. MSUMavericks.com. I've been remiss if I didn't mention that. Also on Twitter at MSU Mavericks, Facebook Minnesota State Athletics. I'd like to say thanks to everybody that was logging in and joining us online today. There'll be a rebroadcast of the press conference at MSUMavericks.com. I think that's about it. It's great to be a Maverick. Thanks very much, everybody.